What's up everyone, Praful here. Welcome back. Thanks for joining in. Today is the 1st of March and just like every other month, today I'm going to be making a monthly PNL review video for the month of February 2023. So this is the video where we're going to be discussing about how the month went, how did we perform, what were the pitfalls, where did we do well, where did we falter, and what's the scope for improvement, and what's the plan for the coming month. And also I'm going to be talking about the slight regime change that's happening in the market and that's been noticed by me. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. I've been making these monthly PNL videos for a long time now. It's been almost like 2 years. Every single month I've been coming and I've been putting out my monthly performance. The reason for putting out my monthly performance is one, to stay accountable, and two, to give you an indication that if you do this in a methodical way, पैसे बनता है FNO में. ऑप्शन सेलिंग से भी पैसे बनता है. इवन इन अ ईयर वेयर सारे ऑप्शन सेलर्स बहुत बड़े बड़े हिट ले चुके हैं, सारे सिस्टम ट्रेडर्स बड़े बड़े हिट ले चुके हैं. इवन इन द मार्केट्स लाइक दिस, if you are in tune, if you are in sync with the markets, it is possible to make money. There have been months where I've not performed well and there have been months where I've been cost to cost, but आप notice करे किए होंगे कि even the worst of my months have never been red. Correct? Post charges के बाद भी I've always managed to stay green, and that's mainly because of only one thing: risk management. When things are not working out, you have to reduce the risk. When things are working in your favor, you have to up the risk. So वो ही मैं किया हूँ, and we're going to be discussing in detail. मैं वीडियो के आगे मैं डिटेल में डिस्कस करने वाला हूँ. So let me just quickly take you through the console and let's check how the month has been. Currently, the account value is 1.35 crores and it's consisting of a lot of these pledged holdings. परसों ही मतलब मैं 20 lakhs का मैंने bonds को sell किया है. That's mainly because I bought the bonds in the wrong series and had pledged them. So now I'm closing them and I'm buying the bonds in the right series so that I get some tax benefit. I'll make a video on that कि कैसे आप कौन सा bonds को, कौन सा expiration वाले bonds को आप choose करना है to get the maximum benefit out of it. So I'll go to the reports page. FNO Feb 1st to Feb 28th. If you notice this, I have not traded even a single Monday. कोई Mondays में trade नहीं किया हूँ. I've traded on Tuesdays, I've traded on Wednesdays, I've traded on Thursdays, and some Fridays I've traded. But apart from that, none of the Mondays I've traded. That's mainly because Fin Nifty में जो premiums जो मिलता है on Mondays, they are not quite suitable to trade from short wall front. That's the reason I've not traded on any of the Mondays. Now, coming to the PNL, so I've made around 8.8 lakhs gross and 1.13 lakhs have gone in the charges, which is quite okay because हम लोग 8 expiry trade करते हैं and 12,000 quantity से मैं trade करता हूँ हर expiry. तो 10-15,000 तो हर expiry में charges आ ही जाता है मेरा, and considering that 1.13 lakhs is quite decent. So 8.8 lakhs and 7.6 lakhs is the net realized profit. So the funds used अभी 1.24 दिख रहा है, but month starting में 1.1 CR था fund. So on 1.1 CR, this is exactly 8%, right? This is exactly 8% and यहाँ पे exactly 7% चल रहा है. So 8% gross and 7% net. So if you want to look at how the expiries went, look at this. मैं स्टार्टिंग में आई वॉज क्वाइट डिफेंसिव बिकॉज दिसंबर में थोड़ा मेरा 3% ड्रॉडाउन था एंड दैट ड्रॉडाउन का जो इमोशनल साइकोलॉजिकल स्पिल ओवर था वो जैन में था. सो जैन डिडंट गो दैट वेल. आई मीन इट वाज डिसेंट, 4% कुछ तो बना था. आई एम नॉट श्योर, लाइक आप प्लेलिस्ट में जाके आप चेक कर सकते हैं जैन में कितना बना था. बट फेब्रुवरी आई स्टार्टेड ऑफ ऑन अ वेरी डिफेंसिव अप्रोच. आप देख सकते थे कि on all the expiries I started with half quantity and I only added quantities whenever there was an opportunity. मैं opportunistically मैं size add कर रहा था during the gammas and during the IV spikes. वरना I was happy just to get whatever the market had to offer me. And there were some expiries where पूरे expiry में मतलब up to 3 o'clock I was trading with only 30% of my size and only I geared up only after 3 p.m. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work, but that's not the point. The point is I was quite defensive till 50% of the Feb. यहाँ पे सिर्फ 51,000 बना, यहाँ पे सिर्फ 67,000 बना, and यहाँ पे कुछ 97,000 बना. After that, there was a minor loss on a Wednesday, and then this was an opportunistic trade. जहाँ पे मुझे I was trading half the size, but when the gamma spike came, at my desirable point, then that's when I sized up and I made the most of it. And यहाँ पे 2 lakhs कुछ बन गया. And then the next again Fin Nifty expiry, I again capitalized on the timely gamma spike that happened in my favor. So I added on to the size and I made another 2 lakhs. After that, काफी मतलब एक 10,000 इधर एक 3,000 इधर ऐसे वैसे. And then the next Nifty expiry, it was just like 70k. And then again the next Fin Nifty expiry also kind of break even expiry, and the next expiry Nifty expiry also went break even. But again the final Fin Nifty expiry gave me somewhere around 1.35 lakhs. So if you notice, out of these 8 expiries, यहाँ पे 4 और यहाँ पे 4 expiries है. So out of these 8 expiries, if you look at this, I had only 1, 2 and 3 decent expiries which I made more than 1 lakh. Apart from that, all the other expiries, all I've managed to do is not take a hit, because this expiry, ये जो expiry था ना, this expiry could have been disastrous. This 69,000 वाला expiry, and even this expiry could have been disastrous. And again this ये जो flat expiry रहा, यहाँ पे भी मतलब बहुत सारे लोग काफी बड़े-बड़े losses ले चुके हैं because of the kind of volatility that was seen in the markets with the kind of premiums that the markets had to offer for short sellers. So that's the reason. So what I've managed to do is I've managed to constantly dynamically manage my risk at all times and make sure that okay, बड़ा लॉस तो नहीं लेना चाहिए. It was not, देखो यहाँ पे 9,000 है, यहाँ पे 17,000 है. It was not like हाँ मुझे ग्रीन में क्लोज करना है. It doesn't matter. अगर मैं यहाँ पे 30,000 40,000 लॉस भी लेता ना, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला था. But the thing is about intention. आपका intent क्या है? Because some people, what they do is when they start seeing like red MTM, when they start seeing their MTM start sliding down, they start going more and more aggressive. That's not the approach, especially not in this current market regime. If things have to go bad, they'll go really bad, and probably you will be forced to exit your position at the worst possible time. So that is why I've constantly tried to manage my risk, and मैं थोड़ा size भी मतलब काफी defensive तरीके से खेला था, and only like I managed to accelerate only when it was in my favor, and when I found out that okay, and when I used to feel that okay, this is the time to kind of pump in the quantities and take some additional risk. So that kind of worked out really well. Because of my dynamic position sizing, I've managed to stay afloat on all these tough expiries, because I know a lot of option sellers, especially people who have wider risk appetite than I am. They are in a net negative for the month, 3% 4% negative चल रहा है, and उनका drawdown 8 9 10% तक भी पहुंच गया था. So I know a lot of these people, and these are like, they're all good people. They're not like ऐसे ही आके मतलब option sell कर रहे हैं और hold कर रहे हैं, hope करते बैठे हैं, ऐसे लोग नहीं है. There are people like who are really good at what they do, and even then they manage to take a huge drawdown. In this market regime, when more and more people are coming to option selling in the form of algo trading and systematic trading and rule-based trading and straddle and strangle selling, so the markets are not rewarding. क्यों? क्योंकि market का rule सिर्फ इतना ही है, 95% लोगों से पैसे छीन के बाकी 5% के जेब में डालना. This is the rule of the market. Okay, if somebody is promising you this ki, oh, I'm going to teach you this strategy through which everyone can make money, no, it's not going to happen. पैसे कहां से तो आना चाहिए ना. अगर स्टॉक मार्केट में सब लोग पैसे बनाते हैं तो गवाएगा कौन? So it's the rule that 95% of the people have to lose money to fill the pockets of the remaining 5. So even if you are coming to my mentorship, and even if you follow my mentorship program, it all depends on how rigorously you practice one thing. So quite happy to have this outcome. So going forward in the month of March also, like my approach will be slightly defensive. I'll be opportunistically adding size. I'll be opportunistically taking some additional risk, both on the size front as well as the premium front. And if I don't get any opportunities, if I want to just, so if I don't get any opportunities, and if I feel like just trading with a very small size with wider adjustment criteria, I'll do that as well. Because there is one thing I've realized is that expiry day को भी आप normal day जैसे ही treat करना पड़ेगा. Theta DK is not an edge, at least in this regime. पहले हम लोग आके पूरे क्वांटिटी ठोकते थे 9 o'clock 9:15 पे 9:15 डॉट पे हम लोग आके पूरे क्वांटिटी ठोकते थे, and we used to just manage the positions because the premiums used to be good and the market's realized volatility used to be lower than the implied volatility. But अभी थोड़ा regime change हो रहा है. Alright, it's not that easy to make money from the short wall front. So that is why you have to be opportunistic. You have to be You need to understand the concept of when to add risk, when to reduce risk, when to add size, when to reduce size. वो सब थोड़ा आपको practice करना पड़ेगा, वरना if you keep trading the exact same way, probably you will not be able to make the kind of returns that you used to make last year or so. So that's about it, guys. So had a decent month for me. So let me know in the comment section आपका February कैसा गया, because I love to know how you guys are doing. So let me also know people who have been doing like systematic trading with straddles and strangles, with fixed SLs and all those things. So let me know how you guys have performed and how your systems have performed. I'd love to read your comments, and I'll see you guys in my next live trading video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.